MLB bets and analysis Thursday, July 11th, guys. Welcome to today's show. First and foremost, before I start, as always, guys, transparency is key to me. Yesterday, we lost with the Dodgers. Was it a bad play? Not necessarily. They had plenty of chances to come back, but I did say I wasn't going to bet against the Phillies, and the Phillies has cost us quite a bit over the last 10 days. Bet against them 3 times, and we lost 3 times against them. So, with that said, I'm officially staying away from the Philadelphia Phillies. I know I said that before, but now I'm keeping my promise. Now, guys, yesterday I found value in the play. It happens, right? We've had some close losses, some games that could have gone our way, and they just didn't. And that's part of the game, right? I'm not going to win 100% of my bets. And as a matter of fact, the best of the best win 60 to 65% of the time. Not 70, not 80. In my case, MLB right now, I'm hitting 68% throughout the season, right? And right now, I'm on a little slow streak, right? 0-4 over my last 4. But when you zoom out, 18-7 over my last 25, 68-24 over my last season, pretty much. It's a good record, right? So long-term, we win. And if you have a long-term mindset, you're not suffering over one game, which is critical, right? Along with that, before I start, not chasing, right? Not risking more because you see somebody in a run. That's having no discipline, guys. Have discipline, stick to your units, have a plan of how you're going to take out profits each week based on how much you won and how much you're going to keep in, so you see an increase in profit and an increase in your bankroll, right? That's how I do it. And if you have questions regarding that, go ahead and send me a message and I'll explain how I do it, because that's critical. I would say that's half of sports betting success, knowing how to manage your bankroll, having discipline, and then the other 50% of it is actually picking the place, right? So for today, let's get started. As always, I'm in the BetMGM app, Wyoming. As you guys can see, I put my money where my mouth is. I'm not bullshitting anybody, right? 3,000 here. And today I loaded up 6,000 because I might have 2 plays for today. But as always, guys, I show you guys my tickets, everything, right? Transparency. We were on a high last week showing you all wins. Now I'm showing you 2 losses and keeping it real with you guys. And some people might stop watching the show. Some people start bitching. That's okay, guys. I'm looking to help the people that think long-term and want to make this an actual business like I have. I used to work at Wingstop. Now I do this full time. I do this because I've built my systems and I do this correctly. Now let's get started to today. OBP, as always, first thing I'm going to look at. One big thing that I want to factor in here, OBP, Nationals third, yet they're 3-7 over the last 10, right? So if they're 3-7 over the last 10, they're not scoring runs. So a team that's not really that high. At the bottom, you got Chicago White Sox, Atlanta Braves, San Diego Padres, Yankees still at the bottom, Rays, and all that good stuff. Now, for today, I have 2 games that I'm going to talk about primarily. First one, Toronto Blue Jays at San Francisco Giants, Kevin Gausman against Jordan Hicks. I added something new for you guys, which is a projected score based on certain information I get, and my team builds this out, a projected score, and we look at this every single day, and I've added this to today's analysis. I'm going to do this moving forward. We have Toronto, I have Toronto winning today's game, and Vegas does too, because they opened them up as favored, especially for the run line. Now, a big factor here that you got to look at is the pitching matchups, right? Got Kevin Gausman, a guy that's been back and forth, but a guy that struggles significantly at home. As you guys can see here, 1-5, 7.19 ERA at home. Away is a different story. 5-3, 2.131 ERA, and it's just a big split, right? Because he does way better in day games versus night games, and today's a day game, right? Now, a big thing of Kevin Gausman is last game he played against the Mariners, played an extremely well game, allowed 2 earned runs in 104 pitches, 6 innings pitched. They just lost. Toronto couldn't put runs in. Now, I said this, I believe it was Sunday when Toronto started their run. Let's pull it up right here. I'm big on Toronto. July 6th is when it started, when they had a big win at the very end. George Springer hit a 3-run shot. I'm big on them right now. I believe this team's going to turn it up right now. They're 3-1 over the last 4, and they're trending upwards. George Springer's hitting well. Barshall's hitting well. They got players that are hitting well, and they have their ace on their mound that does better at home, right? So he's been pitching well considering away games. He did get blown up against the Yankees. The Yankees are his arch nemesis, and if you guys don't know that, now you do. Don't bet Kevin Gausman when he's facing the Yankees, guys. It's a recipe for disaster. Now, Jordan Hicks, guys. Big stat that I'm going to show you guys right here. Jordan Hicks is 0-2 with an ERA of 16.50 versus the Blue Jays in his career. Along with that, he's regressing significantly. Over his last 3 games, he's allowed 5, 3, and 3 runs. So he's allowed 11 runs over his last 11 games. He started the season well, now he's regressing. And that's normal, guys. It happens to everyone. To every player, to every team, and to everyone, right? Nobody stays hot forever. You got to work on it, patience, consistency, and all that good stuff. So he's trending downwards in this case. Toronto has seen him well. Toronto just put up 10 runs over the last 4 games. They're cruising, they're playing well, hitting shots, pitching's doing well, bullpen's rather rested, and I like the Toronto Blue Jays in this position. Now, as always, let's pull up the matchup here so we can pull them up and see them exactly for what it is. So here's the matchups, guys. Nothing too significant, right? Both pitchers have given up 1 home run to each team in the time that they face each other, and RBIs are rather even. If anything, Toronto Blue Jays has the edge in RBIs. So all around, I see this matchup as 50-50, right? I do like the pitching matchup more for the Toronto Blue Jays. I like the way they are hitting a lot better right now. And Gausman pitches better away than he does at home. And it's a team that was expected to do big things, and they haven't done big things. And I expect them right now over the next 3, 4, 5 games with the matchups they have to pick it up. They're facing the Diamondbacks next and then the Tigers. So it's a big opportunity to close the gap and start really playing well and end the season on a high note and potentially make the playoffs. And I see that with them, especially away. They play way better away than they do at home. So Toronto Blue Jays would be my first pick of the day. Now, game 2, Yankees at Tampa Bay, right? You got Shane Baz, a guy that we don't really know that much. He's been pitching the AAA against Nestor Cortes, right? One big factor here is Nestor Cortes has been seen quite a bit by the Rays, and they hit him this season. They have a game where they put up 4 runs, I believe. And one big thing, right? When you don't know a pitcher, Vegas gives you information, especially with their player props nowadays and pitchers. Guys, look at the earned runs and look at the odds they have for the pitchers. If you don't know about the pitcher much, like we don't know about Shane Baz. I know about Shane Baz. He was a prodigy coming in 2022. He got injured and now he's coming back. But you look at it, and Vegas has Nestor Cortes giving up more runs than Shane Baz, right? Clearly by the odds. Over 2.5, minus 120 for Nestor Cortes, and over 2.5 for Shane Baz is rather even. For a pitcher we don't know, they're giving a lot of credit to Shane Baz, and you find information that way. Along with that too, let's pull up Nestor Cortes' last couple of games, guys, because they have not been pretty. Although the pitchers for the Yankees have been trending quite downward right now, including Nestor Cortes. Last 3 games, losses, 3 earned runs, 1 earned run. Now this year, May 11th, he got popped by the Rays. 4 earned runs. He gave up that game. And the Rays have seen him, guys. So in my opinion, this is a game where it favors the Tampa Bay Rays. Where a Tampa Bay Rays team that, at the end of the day, they've been playing a little bit better as of late, right? I mean, the Yankees have won, but before that, they were, 1-6 over the last 7 games, guys. So it's an opportunity right now to take the home team with the better pitcher, right? They haven't seen him. If you look at the matchups, Shane Baz has not been seen by the Yankees. The bullpen's been trending upwards, especially in June, now July. The Rays have been starting to finally get that bullpen together. As you guys can see, Judge has seen him once, Shane Baz, right? Other than that, they haven't seen him. You look at Tampa Bay, they've seen Nestor Cortes quite a bit. So the matchup, in my opinion, gives a favor to Tampa Bay at home. And along with that, a cool little stat here for you guys. Tampa Bay Rays, after a loss game 3, they're 10-5. In game 3s after a loss, right? The Yankees are 11-7 after a win. So Tampa Bay typically bounces back, guys. And I like him in this spot at plus money. Both games at plus money, guys. I think it's a gimme in these matchups, right? Now, as always, guys, one thing that I always look at is money. Where's the money going? And as always, the Yankees have it all. Yesterday, I went against the Yankees. They won 2-1. Big bounce back game for them. Call it what it is. I read that wrong. But today, they'll bounce back. Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays are my 2 games for the day. If I were to look at other games, even though I said I wasn't going to bet the Phillies, I would probably put money on the Dodgers. They're not going to lose 3 in a row, and I'd probably take them plus 1.5 because the run line is a little bit better. And then the Nationals are quote-unquote sharp play, reverse line movements, but they're 3-7 over the last 10, which doesn't give me much confidence to take them, right? So, key stat that I showed you guys, Jordan Hicks, right? He has not done well against the Blue Jays. He's trending downwards. Gausman had a great outing against the Seattle Mariners last time out. In my opinion, a very similar team to the Giants in the sense of how they bat. And the Blue Jays just do better away, and so does Gausman, guys. So we saw it versus Seattle, and I expect him to do big things here today against the Giants. Now, for my main play that I'm going to take in front of you guys, it's going to be the Tampa Bay Rays, guys. Now, I might be taking the Blue Jays. I am not 100% sure just yet, but as always, I'm just going to give you 1 play at least. There might be 2, though, and that will be for my VIP if I do take it. So, Tampa Bay Rays, 3,000 to win 3,000. Let's check it out. Place bet. The bet has been placed, guys. So, currently on a 18-7 run. Obviously, last 4 have not done well. We need to pick it up again. And it starts with 1 game at a time. Not chasing, not taking parlays, not taking another game when you lose. I take it one day at a time, and that's how you should too. Seeing it long term is the key to winning in this industry. And that's pretty much it for you guys. As always, if you're finding it valuable, if you're learning, if you're having fun watching this, please share, please subscribe, please leave your comments. If they're nice, if they're mean, I don't care, guys. I'll respond to them with my stats. I don't get emotional about this. I don't take things personally. If anything, I like to explain my point of view. And again, guys, I'm actually putting my money where my mouth is, unlike a bunch of bullshitters out there, and I do this long term. You guys can go check my page. You guys can go see articles about me because there's a bunch of them. And we'll continue winning for those that are thinking long term and have discipline to withstand a punch in the face. If you can't take a punch in the face, you're not going to be winning in this industry long term. That's about it for today, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.